Hi, JDL Brushes here, and we have a new video. This time we are working on an architectural sketch, and it's actually kind of easy to render these kinds of views because it's so basic. And you can actually use the marquee tool for the most part. But I think I actually didn't use much of the marquee tool for this one, and I just basically stuck to using the lasso tool, right? So I actually did like the way this rendering turned out in the end, and yeah. I think when it comes to architectural stuff, I should focus on doing not so complicated kind of buildings, so I can actually spend time and actually render and make it more interesting and lively. Because yeah, I'm not actually trying to design something, right? I'm just sketching. sketching. You can't actually see the air quotes, but anyway, so I am doing what I always usually do, and what I always usually do, that's kind of so I started with some shadows, and my goal there was to make it as interesting as possible. And then when I'm done with shading in the marker strokes for the shadows, I basically just combine all these shadows together into one layer, and then I change up the levels. And then from then on, I can start with the second phase, and that's wherein I add the colors. Now for the colors, they're actually kind of simple because the reference used in this sketch actually has some kind of minimalistic kind of feels, and that's kind of the way I'm going, not just when it comes to rendering, but when it comes to design. And I think maybe it's because of the way I render, I'm attracted to more designs that are minimalistic as well. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what my point was there, but anyway. So now I'm adding in some grass colors, and you don't actually have to pick the exact colors from the reference image. You can actually have a choice. Hopefully you still have a choice. Nowadays, you don't really have a choice. But you can always go for the color palettes that are default in your program, and just pick the ones that feel right for the image. And as you can see, it's actually starting to look well put. And for the glass part, I just left it abstract, and I let the viewer do the thinking for me. You see, because I'm a minimalist. I just do what needs to be done. A minimalist is just another way of saying you're some lazy fuck. But a very efficient one, right? So anyway, it's I use the color balance to kind of add some purples as well, and I always resort to the color balance and the hue and saturation adjustment layers to kind of make it more, again, punchy and more kind of stabbing you in the soul kind of image. And now I'm going for the whites, because the best things in life and in whites. Anyway, I'm adding in some white stuff as per usual to the windows, and some extra details and shit. And there you go, accomplish that image with the marker brush back. And whichever your art, whatever your tool, make it beautiful.